So we're heading into a presidential election, people, and the candidates are going to have a hard time sidestepping cannabis on this one. 70% of the country supports legalizing. 38 states have already, with 24 of them going full recreational. There's a scheduled change in the air, and all the science that is coming out is saying it's time to talk about it. So we're going to take a closer look at the candidates and see what is their stance on cannabis. Now, Nikki Haley seems to be the only contender for the Republican vote apart from Donald Trump, and she has certainly got her work cut out for her. She was the first female governor of South Carolina, and after getting into a fight with senior lawmakers in the General Assembly, retired 2 years early in her second term to go be ambassador to the United Nations under Trump. In 2016, she was even named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine. Pretty impressive. In a lot of her policy decisions, though, she seems to try to stay pretty neatly in the middle, not ruffling feathers on either side. And when it comes to cannabis, she's no different. She was asked about moving cannabis from a Schedule I substance to a Schedule III substance. And she said, "I'll go with the scientists on that one. It's obviously not in the same class as heroin." So she's perfectly willing to accept a change in cannabis. But she goes on to say, when you're looking at legalization, I want the states to be able to decide that. That's something that should be as close to the people as possible. You know, which is all well and good. I think a lot of people would support a state's right to choose, but she never really answered the question, did she? She went right back to the let people decide argument when asked about states legalizing while the federal government looks the other way. These types of decisions are best decided at the state level. It's where people can show the power of their voice. Again, something everyone can get behind without any real opinion. But if you look at her state, South Carolina, it's a strongly conservative place, firmly in the Bible Belt. Cannabis is totally illegal, and the government has been swatting down attempts at medical since 2015, even though polls show 76% of South Carolinians support it. The Attorney General, the Chief of State Police, and the new governor after her all say they're against marijuana and will not allow it. And during her term in office, marijuana possession arrests went up 52% in the state. So it's looking like she's not going to oppose cannabis reform, but she's definitely not going to advocate for it. She's probably not a huge fan of cannabis, but she's going to keep her hands clean and let somebody else worry about it.